Talk to me, boss.
Ooh, we live, bro. God, dog.
Ooh, we live already? Let's
Man, we
get it,
live,
man.
bro. Let's get it, dog. Oh man, we ain't finna
So,
waste no time,
hey, man. You know, like you were saying before the show started, man. Like the Dallas Cowboys are the gift that just keep on giving.
bro.
Like Christmas over with, man. And I'm still receiving
Gifts,
bountiful and plentiful gifts from the Dallas Cowboys, man.
bro. We can't get a break.
Man, I love it though. You know what I'm
Me
saying?
too.
'Cause it's good content. You
It
know,
is. It's
it
wild.
is.
Now, I'm still kind of in shock, bro. How quick all of this happened. So go ahead and talk to me, Henny. For real.
Man, so listen, I don't know if anybody was living underneath a rock. Now, boss apparently is Patrick Starr. Because I had hit my boy and I was like, hey, man, we going to do the show still. You know, we want to go ahead and go live now. They're like, yeah, what we going to talk about? I'm like, what you mean what we going to talk about?
We gonna talk, yeah.
What you mean? Like,
Yeah, I didn't even see it, bro. It broke this fast. What
man,
yeah.
Trevon Diggs is in the green and gold. Him and Micah Parsons are reunited, and Micah said it feels so good.
Damn.
He said, we're back. We're back reincarnated.
We back, dog.
We ain't never left. They said they together again.
They together again.
So listen, Draymond. Listen, me and landlord always have the running joke. Like, man, everybody cleared waivers. Trevon Diggs did not clear waivers.
He didn't talk to me.
Listen, the Green Bay Packers were willing to pay this man 500 bands and whatever playoff money they have for him to be a part of their rotation. And you know he can go over there. And I'm not gonna hold you. Like the Green Bay Packer cornerback situation is very similar to the Dallas Cowboy cornerback situation. Like everybody was over there getting built to ass at this point, so they had to see if they could bring somebody else in to right the shift. So we see here Trevon Diggs. We know the situation. 156.3 passer rating allowed. All right, cool. But Carrington Valentine looked very Siobhan Rebelish right there. Siobhan Rebel shit is a 126. Nate Hiles looking very not seatbelt Carson, but baby seat Carson. He looked very baby seatish over there with that 112. Keyshawn Nixon, we talk about he should be an all-pro. He'd be an all-pro bench rider. That's what the hell it should be. 106.5 pass rating allowed. Now they say they cornerbacks, you know, ranked out of guys with at least 20 targets. You know, it's not looking great. So Trevon Diggs has an opportunity to go over there with a better front. Well, at least with a better pass rush. He can go there with a better pass rush, you know, be a veteran presence in that cornerback room and revitalize his image around the National Football League.
And see, I think it's early. It's very early. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't think this year he gonna be really ready this year. I think it's gonna take an off season, you know. But what if Trey go over there and go crazy? What that's gonna say? What that's gonna say? I don't think it's gonna happen though.
You don't think it's gonna happen?
Nah. I mean, this is what it would say to me. If he go over there and he ball out, that's gonna say he was definitely not motivated to be in Dallas.
I'm also going to say this is a team. This is not even a man coverage team. This is a primary zone team that he went to, and we know how he really had issues with with that in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Like he is a primary man corner. That's his strength. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people excel at different things that what he excels at. This is a team that played there in their 80% zone. It's just like going back to a situation similar to the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah,
now, they do more disguises. I think they blitz a little bit more. You see more fire zones here than you would here. But essentially, this is not really a scheme that fits his latent abilities and talent. But it's a change. It's a change of scenery. He gonna still get that 500 bands. You know, he got an opportunity to play in the playoffs. Dallas Cowboys ain't going to no playoffs. He gets an opportunity to play in the playoffs.
Right.
You know, so it's a good opportunity for Trey. And I won't hold you. I love Trey. But, you know, since the Green Bay Packers got that first round pick today, I need him to fail.
Yes.
I love Trey, but I don't love Trey more than I love the Dallas Cowboys.
Right, you got to,
I need
we
to
want the pick.
baptized. I want the pick. I need you to go there and get baptized.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But outside of that, though, I am happy for him to get the opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, personally, if it wasn't for the pick, I'd be like, yeah, good for you. You know, getting out of Dallas just was a place that he had to go because he was injured here a lot. You know what I mean? So it get to a point to where you're not worth it, bro. You know? It's like, especially with a new contract, it's like, bro, Jerry said this before. He said the most expensive time is year 1 and year 2 of a new contract. Mm-hmm. So Jerry already paid out pretty much a majority of his contract, and he didn't get his return on investment. We're not blaming Trey for that, but that's the reality. So
it is the reality. And listen, I'll ask you the same question when it comes to injury.
Yeah.
You know, would you give DeMaurian Overshown a contract right now? I know it sounds like it's off topic, but I'm going to bring it back around.
Yeah. It depends on the price.
It depends on the amount. But, you know, you were a little hesitant because of the amount of time he's missed.
Right.
There's like 51 games he could have played in the 17-game season. He's going to play in 20 of them. Right. You know, if he plays this week, it'll be 20 games he's played in a 3-year time frame.
Right.
It's the same thing with Trevon Diggs. In a 3-year time frame, from the DeMaurian Overshown rookie year to now, Trevon Diggs has played 21. Right. He played one more game than DeMaurian Overshown, and he's labeled as hurt guy, can't get right. There's not much of a difference in between how often you've seen Trevon Diggs and how often you've seen DeMaurian Overshown. So if you're a little skittish on giving DeMaurian Overshown a contract, I understand why, you know, they would be like, you know what, Trey, we love you. You know, we appreciate everything you did to us up to this point, but you know, you don't play a lot of football for us. So, you know, and that's one thing I also say why this situation has gone the way that it has. You know, because I'm gonna tell y'all like this in life. Life ain't particularly fair.
Nope.
You know, because there are things I can get away with at my gig, you know, that other people cannot because they need me. Like I have a very essential functioning role within, you know, the business that I work for. Like they can't really do shit without me. So, you know, I get away with a little bit more shit than other people would. It just is what the fuck it is.
That's right.
You know, and that happens also any other job. You know, George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb can destroy hotels and, you know, be out with hoes and stuff. And, you know, all they got to do is miss the first series of a football game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's not the case with Trevon Diggs right now. If he was still all-pro Trevon Diggs, you know, and everything else was going on, you would not hear people this. We love Trey. You know, he's one of us. He's a Cowboy for life, yada, yada. You know, they'll sweep it under the rug. But because he's been hurt, you know, he hasn't been here. Jerry doesn't feel like he got his return on investment like you mentioned. Yep. You know, and then when you add in the fact, you know, they had the disagreement about where he was rehabbing at in the offseason. You add in the fact he's been publicly a malcontent about the scheme, not liking playing zone. You know, it's the tension with him and Eberflus was palpable. So I understand, you know, why the shit ended up the way that it did, but damn, man.
Yeah, and what's this, like they're talking about this rapper stuff?
Man, listen. I'm gonna tell you. He went to the concert, but it's not like he was on no groupie shit. Like him and Shy Glizzy grew up together. That's his childhood homeboy. So after he spent time, you know, with his family on Christmas, they celebrated Christmas that day. The next night on the 26th, he went to the concert to support his homeboy. That's all that shit really was. You know what I'm saying? Now, it had looked a little groupie-ish when I seen them in matching minks and shit until I got the backstory. Like I told landlord, when you get to a certain age, they got to be your partner to be outside matching like that at a certain age, nigga. But that really is his partner. That really is his homeboy. So, you know, like I can't even say nothing crazy about that.
I'm going to say this, bro. And I mean this, bro. I ain't gonna never be that fan of where I'm just trying to look for a reason for my Cowboys to be justified in what they did, because it ain't justified to me what they did. Yeah,
what,
you know. Yeah, I mean,
you gonna get cut regardless.
Yeah, you was gonna get cut regardless. But so I mean, you know, Yeah, to me, I hate how Dallas did it because it make Dallas look bad, and Dallas do look bad, bro. Yeah, yeah.
We seen like the Grinch that stole Christmas, nigga.
That's exactly what we look like, bro. And see, that's the thing. Some people go believe it like that. Some people, just like the fans are split, the locker room gotta be split. You feel me? The locker room gotta be people that are like, bro, y'all got rid of the man for wanting to be with his family. You don't think that's going on?
I mean, it's good and well, folks talk. It's like any other workplace. Folks gonna talk. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure there's some folks that this rubbed the wrong way. I'm sure there's some folks that they don't give a damn. You know, it is what it is. So my thing is this: do you believe Shotty when it comes to this is how it is, and that's the expectation. Like we fly in together, we leave together. You know, any other time, folks from different locations have asked, he turned them down. Like, how do you feel about that? Because I don't know if the quote was right. Because what I got from listening to the niggas, I keep saying I am tripping. I'm sorry, but what I got from listening to the press conference, I don't actually believe that he said other people were trying to stay over for Christmas. What I got from that is at different points throughout the season, folks have tried to stay at different locations. He turned them down. So if that is like the set in stone thing, like how do you feel about it?
I still don't jive with it. Cause it's like, for instance, if it's the bye week, right? So, cause it's only so many times this go ever happen. It has to be a unique situation. Like, we are in your hometown. When we finish this game, we are going to be off. And then somebody say he could not provide any proof that he was with his fam.
Yes, he did. Hold on. He got all kind of Christmas photos and everything else with his family taken on Christmas, man. Taken on the morning of the 26th. Trevon Diggs, his son, everybody else in the mug, dog.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that.
James Slater showed the pictures. Let me pull that up.
He got pictures.
And see, this is, to be honest, do it even matter? It don't matter, bruh. Like, we over here like, he had to be with his family for it to be legit. Bro, no it didn't, bro. That's where he from, bro.
But I'll say this, though, boss. You know, and I'll be frank. And I get it. I understand your standpoint. Like, man, you would have let him did it. Shotty said no. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I understand the divide because it's a divide. In life, you have decisions. Yeah. Shotty told you no, and you still stayed. Yeah. And that was the real issue. After he did go on the plane, it doesn't really matter what he did. He could have been out here saving lives. He could be a superhero. He could be the Black Spider-Man or some shit in DC. That shit don't matter. The moment he told Shotty that he wasn't getting on the plane. That where the main issue was because Shotty got a rule in place and you shitted on him, and he had to make an example of Diggs at that point. I'm not saying that Shotty is fair in not letting the man stay. Like it's petty not letting him stay, but the flip side of it is the nigga did say no, and this kind of shit we run. So I understand. And I really do, and this is my opinion on that. Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it Shotty that talked about faith, family, and football?
He did.
Okay.
He said the football team is your family when you're with them.
So, hold on. Faith, family. Mm-hmm. The family part is the football family, but what about your family?
I love you. Hey, he loved your family.
No,
he
I'm
said
saying.
Fly back. I know what you're saying.
I see y'all on this rules stuff, bro.
It is for Trey. It may not be the case for everybody, but it is for Trey.
Listen, bro. Like, to me, too many people way too technical, bro. There are certain times you do break rules, bro. It's certain times that you say, yeah, it's my rule that y'all fly back, but it's Christmas, dog. You feel me? This ain't one of those regular games during the season where we got a bye week and we all finna go home and y'all just want to stay and kick it. Nah, I get getting you home for that because you're an asset that belong to the Joneses. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So I got to take care of the assets that I'm, responsible for. So let's get our ass home. But this is different, bro. We played on Christmas. We won the game on Christmas, right? Everybody was going home to go their separate ways.
Correct.
So like that was that's where rules is rules and shit like that, bro. That's you're gonna split your team with stuff like that. It's gonna be somebody in there like, bro, this is Christmas, bro, and we won. So why we being on his ass like that? I saw his press conference. I saw it. Yeah. And they talking about he went to the concert. I don't care. It's like, let me show y'all the pictures, bro, because y'all keep going with this. Like he didn't go see his family at all. Like you couldn't do both. All right, hold on real quick. Let me show y'all.
You ain't never went home and seen your mama and seen your homeboys? Like you only make one stop?
Man, I do that all the time, bro. I go kick it with my family and be in the streets all night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I might do it today. What we saying?
That show got rounds to make.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, we acting like he couldn't go open up presents with his go. Hold on, let me just show it. I gotta show the screenshots. I got it right here, bro. With him with his family, bro. This is crazy, and this is something we shouldn't have to do. We shouldn't be having to show Cowboy fans, hey, he was actually with his family, bro. That's none of our goddamn business, bro. On the cool, like for real. In my opinion. Hold on real quick. I'm trying to pull it up. Cause I'm gonna show you. Give me a second. Okay, I got it right here. Let me get it where it's presentable. Yeah.
Let me see.
Okay, that's Trevon with his family, y'all. Okay. And this is some shit he shouldn't have to do. Opening up Christmas gifts. Like, he shouldn't have to do that, y'all. He shouldn't have to show us, hey, actually, I was with my family. And this is like how James said, Trevon Diggs tells me he did stay back with his family for Christmas and did attend the concert. Both can be true. Why is that hard to understand? Like, how's that how's that? Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think that I don't think that he should show evidence. Like I said, it don't matter. Like it doesn't matter what he did in DC after the point of not getting on the plane, because that's the disconnect. You know? Yeah. And it's not that I don't disagree that it was sort of petty not letting him stay, but I'm just saying you gotta. How can I put this? How can I put this in a professional way? You, as an employee, your job told you to do this, you didn't, and they terminated your contract. You know, and you knowing you're standing within the company
mm-hmm.
on how things have been going.
Yeah.
You know, you knew this was probably coming anyway.
Right.
You made that calculated decision the moment that you said, you know what, I'm cool, I'm gonna do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know that there's been all this stuff, all this tension going on for this prolonged period of time. You know, you were basically on like a probationary period. You know, because you know they damn near didn't want you to play. Then they needed you. They dusted you off and let you play the last two games. You know, they weren't really rocking with you. They didn't like your decision to rehab away. They didn't like you sided with Micah Parsons. They didn't like you speaking up about the scheme. They didn't like you no more, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that's it.
So, you know.
That's what it came down to. It's one of them where we was looking for any reason to get rid of you and you gave us one. That's what it really come down to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I hear somebody say, why couldn't he just fly back and then fly on his... Bruh. All right.
Listen,
Let me tell y'all something.
But at the same time, like, why do you want to go through that?
Let's. I can talk about this from experience because I've experienced this myself, bro. I asked literally one time when I was in college to stay back instead of flying back on the plane with my brothers. And guess when it was? Christmas, bro. You feel me? It was Christmas. And guess what? I asked at the last minute too. And guess what my coach said? Yeah, we just
ahead.
played in the bowl game. Just don't be late when you get back. You know, as long as you're not late when we get back, cool. That's what my head coach did, bro. So, like all these, he should have put in his notice ahead of time. Bro, like some things
it wouldn't matter. Shot
It's like-
said it wouldn't have mattered anyway. That's
Yeah.
what he said.
And that's where
So-
we've been. All right. Let me tell y'all another story, bro. Because to me, this shit get too black and white where we got to live in the gray. Okay? So, like, for instance, when I was selling insurance for this company, okay, Liberty Mutual, right? And I was the National Rookie of the Year, right? Guess what? I'm trying to take my girl at the time to Hawaii because we won a trip to Hawaii because I was a National Rookie of the Year, right? So we going to Hawaii. So she at the last minute don't want to go. So we getting into it like, man, shit, man, they already paid for you. You know what I'm saying? So me being stupid, I'm trying to get her to come to Hawaii with me. We end up missing the flight, right? So I get down there. The first day, they supposed to take a picture with me and the president of the company, right? So when I get down there, I say, hey, I wasn't here yesterday, man. Obviously, I had to get my own plane ticket to get down here and pay for her. I still want to get my picture with y'all because this is a one-time thing. I would never be a rookie again. You know what this dude said? Oh, no, we can't take the picture, man. You get one time to take that picture with us. You go just have to do it again. I said, I can't be a rookie again. He said, well, you got to be number 1 overall. And then I talked to Paul Condren, his boss. He said, he ain't take the picture with you. You know, he was like, he ain't take the picture with you. Like, so technically he was right. But that shit was wrong, bro. You feel me? It was wrong. You know? And so guess what? I did become number 1 overall in the country. And I went right back to the same awards trip. And I say, you remember you told me to be number 1 to take this picture? Let's take this picture. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, because that was some bullshit for you to actually not give me something I worked a whole year for. Man, stop, bro. And that's where to me, being too technical, where he should have, bro, it's his Christmas, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let me just say it like this. If I'm leading a group of my men, I think it's a better message that I care about you and y'all family than the fucking rules. I think that's a better message, especially when you're over here preaching faith, family, and football. Man, you shitted on family. You did, bro. You did. And that we need proof that you was with your family. Bro, if you don't sit your ass down, I'm from up here, bro. Stop all that. Stop all that. You wanted me to fly back to then just fly up here. Man, stop, bro. Like, and what do you think? Let me ask you a question. What do you think the team would have said if he said, where's Diggs? And they said, yeah, we let Diggs stay back with his family. He from DMV. You think they would have had a problem with that?
No, they wouldn't have had a problem. I don't think anybody in the locker room would have had a problem with it.
Right. So, and to be honest, bro, I'm sick of talking about this shit. I don't want to talk about this no more, bro. I'm like, after today, I don't want to talk about Diggs no more. I'm sick of this, bro. I am real life sick of this, bro. This whole thing has been, to me, if you was go fire him, you should have fired him 7 weeks ago. Real talk, we got us a super chat. Real quick. Hold on real quick. Did you have something different on that though?
Nah, I understand your viewpoint. I just, it is what it is.
Yes, it is what it is, bro. I see it like that. It is what it is. So, and then he say, I'm finishing up at work, boss. Hen dog chat. It's been a beautiful year of content. I know. It's been crazy. It's been crazy.
Think about everything that happened on this year, boss.
Boy,
Think
this
about
year
everything.
crazy.
Like the George Pickens trade, we loaded up, got George Pickens. Then boom, the Micah Parsons shit happened. We done traded Micah Parsons away. Got Kenneth Clark. Then boom, we done backdoored and traded for Quentin Williams and Logan Wilson. And now we done released Trevon Diggs.
Yeah.
And all the other crazy shit in between.
Yeah. And he went to the Packers. That's crazy, dog. That's crazy. That feeds into he wanted to be with his best friend. That feeds into that.
Them folks finna go crazy.
Oh yeah, it's So, cause see now, can we talk about the real stuff that's going on now? Can we talk about the real?
Talk to me.
Now you got a lot of charts up here. You can pick whatever, man. But the realest thing that's going on to me. Hold on, let me pull this up. Hold on, cause listen, he went to Green Bay, so whoop-de-doo. The big thing to me. Hold on. Let me go pull.
Also, salute to Jeff for the cash out, man. I appreciate you for the love. He said not happy with Diggs, man. I listen. This is what I want in this situation. I want Diggs to have one interception and to give up like 3 touchdowns.
Yes, facts. So
I want him to get a pick, to show he still got something else in there so he get a job next year, because I want black men working. I love that shit. And then I want him to give up some plays so that we can get that nice ass pick. I need Green Bay to be one and done.
That's right. That's it. We rooting for them to lose, bro. So that's what it is. But see, this is the big topic that nobody talking about, bro. See, this is what's pissing me off. I just did a video on this and it's doing good numbers, but it's not enough people talking about this, bro.
Yeah, this shit concerns me.
It's super concerning, bro. Let's get into this, bro. It's the fact that Cowboys Jerry Jones is uncertain whether he'll negotiate George Pickens' extension
with David Mulligetta.
Right. Because he said on a fan that he's going to surely talk to Pickens.
How old are you? 26.
That makes no goddamn sense. Now, listen, this is the problem. The reason Micah Parsons is not here, because in Jerry Jones' mind, because he got a twisted ass mind. In Jerry Jones' mind, they had an agreement.
Right.
Right. They had a handshake on a napkin ass deal.
Oh.
And listen, none of this happens if Jerry Jones was not trying to finesse and circumvent the damn agent.
Right.
So guess what? We need to find George Pickens right now.
Yeah.
And we need to take him to a secret location.
Right.
Away from Jerry Jones, old Diddy party having ass, and get David Mulligetta on the phone. I need David Mulligetta to be the only man in America to know the location of George Pickens.
Facts. Hey, listen, bro.
A safe house,
man. And say, listen, bro. Listen, cause see, this is why I didn't want to talk about Diggs too much, because we missing the real story. This is the real story. All right, listen. To Henny point, people got to realize that Jerry said himself, in my mind, I felt like me and Micah had a deal. Mm-hmm. But see, you got to think about it. Negotiating with Jerry directly is putting yourself at a disadvantage. Mm-hmm. So if you slip in talking to him, he gonna hold you to that, and he knows better. Because he said to Stephen A. Smith, it's not an agreement unless it's signed. But yet he tried to hold Micah to that agreement that wasn't signed. That I call it a napkin deal. And he refused to talk to David because he wanted the agreement that they had on a napkin, which is basically you messed up the Micah deal trying to finesse Micah. That's what it really came down to. Because why are you not trying to box with somebody your size?
Exactly. Because you remember what Dez Bryant told Jerry Jones? He asked him, "Hey man, do you think you can get out there and cover me?" He like, no, you destroy, you whoop the woo. Like, all right, that's the same equivalent to me going into a meeting with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Jerry Jones is out here negotiating $1 billion, not million, billions.
Deals. Right.
With a B.
I'm talking about negotiating
$1
billion deals. And you saying stand in the ring with me. Jerry's saying, I want to stand in the ring with you, Pickens. Pickens will be a damn fool. Like, nah. And Jerry is saying he want to fight. And nobody talking about that, bro. We talking about Diggs. We should be talking about that. And see, this is me and Tuck talked about this earlier, bro. I'm going to throw this at you. You know what's the worst part of this? The fact that Jerry is saying out loud that he want to talk to Pickens directly before they do a deal. That's guaranteeing that he gonna get tagged.
Oh, he gonna, and listen, he was gonna get tagged regardless because it's just good business. Because like me, I talked to Tuck earlier too.
Yeah,
you know, like he said, like George Pickens had just proved that he's one of them ones in the National Football League. He got people in Kansas City saying they give whatever kind of money to come play with Patrick Mahomes. He'd be the best wide receiver that Buffalo has seen in years, pairing up with Josh Allen. So if you tag him, it does prevent you from getting into a bidding war with all these wide receiver hungry teams,
right?
Because you are not, once that tag is in place, whether he signs it or not, you know he cannot negotiate at that point with any other team. You seen something crazy yet?
Yes, people out here saying they need to tag him. Listen, for a short period. See, this is the problem with the tag, though, bro. And you know, I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to other people. The problem with the tag that a lot of people don't understand, in my opinion, is that every dollar of that tag is going to come directly out of 2026 cap.
Fully guaranteed.
Fully guaranteed. That's what people don't understand, bro, about they acting like, just tag them. It ain't no, bro, that mean about 33 million is getting ready to get squeezed all at once for one player, bro.
You remember when they tagged Dak Prescott and he only played 5 games? And he still made $30 million.
He made $31.5 million for 4.5 games. Facts. When he broke his ankle. That's the danger of the tag. And that mean, so let's just talk about this for all the people that's like, let's just tag him. We need to see more. Let's just tag him. Okay.
No,
if we go with your plan, how do you build a defense with $33 million gone?
You don't, because
you don't, bruh. You can't build no D if you tag him, bruh. The best thing they need to do is get on the goddamn phone and get the deal done. Stop playing, bruh. And we can't give Jerry no cover. That's what we give him cover when we be like, yeah, tag him. No, don't tag him, bruh. We need that money. How we going?
Hold on, breathing. Breathe. Yeah, you tag him and you rescind the tag once you get the deal done.
Right, yeah. We saying the same thing. You tag him short term, but you better get the deal done.
I want us to finish the train of thought. But I don't want people to think that we're saying that he should play on the tag or none of that.
Right.
You tag him to keep him in the building. You tag him to prevent, the bidding war.
Right.
But you work out the deal before auction.
Right. But see, this is the problem though, bro. You can't work out the deal if you waiting to talk to Pickens.
Right.
Because you not go see him to Oxnard, bro.
He don't live in Dallas, but people don't know.
Right. You not go. That mean Jerry is going to be just sitting around waiting, bro. That mean free agency is going to pass. The draft is going to pass. And he's going to be still sitting on that tag. And guess what Jerry and them going to be saying? Well, we can't pay for the defense because we tagged Pickens.
Now he just made a pledge that the defense will be better next year, so we'll see. Man. You know, that's probably this year's all in. You remember that? Then he walked all in back. He ain't do shit that all season. Shout out to Jeffrey too for the cash app.
Hold on, go ahead. Money first.
No, he ain't saying nothing. He just said for support. I appreciate him for the support,
bro. Look at this one. Damn. My stuff tripping, bro. My boy, we got the hashtag. Talk to David, Jerry. That's it. Hold on, I gotta get this to work. I gotta get this to work.
I'm gonna put it up.
Come on, man. Damn, my software is tripping. Hold on, bro. Let me
Tag the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Pound side. Talk.
Yeah.
You got a 2 in there?
Yeah. Talk to David Jerry. Yes. That's it. That's the one. Hold on, yeah, because we do campaigns over here, bro. We don't just cry and complain. We go get active on this, bro. And I've been saying that we need a campaign for this, and my brother came up with it. Who is that?
Real smooth.
JT. JT Wolf Sports. Good one, bro.
Salute to JT. Salute to JT.
Good one. Can you explain the campaigns while I'm trying to fix my
Yeah, man. Listen, for the stuff we believe in, we make campaigns so that all our voices are in unison.
Right.
You know, everything. Just like how Flush Flu's been balling, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Flush Flu's been doing numbers. So we all is tired of Matt Eberflus. He need to be gone. He orchestrated the worst defense in franchise history. So he got to go.
Right.
So where do you put shit? In the toilet, and then you flush it. You just don't look at shit. Shit don't just sit in the toilet. You flush shit.
Right.
And he hasn't been shit. So that is the collective energy of the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to flush flukes. So that's going to be the same thing like this. Just like, running back by committee or running back duo, or team weapons. Like you gotta unify your voices. To make a change. They pay attention to that shit, dog.
They do.
They got a room full of monitors, they say, but they keep track on trends on social media and what the fans are saying.
Let me play it real quick because I got the clip right here. Hold on.
Go ahead.
The organization that will talk about how they're not on social media, but I'll be like, I bet you at least check it and things like that. Now, I will say, so Jerry, Steven, and some other people in the front office, they do get a printout. I don't know if it's daily, but every couple of days of Twitter things that are being written and people are saying. But
so when we get behind them hashtags, that's what we doing. It's basically pushing what we want as a fan base, basically. Yeah. And that's why we got to get behind this stuff. So we pushing two things right now, and this one is pretty much guaranteed. Flush Flus, he gone, bro.
He dead.
But it's and guess what? That Flush Flus has been going crazy. People everywhere is on Flush him. You know what I mean? And it's funneling right to Dallas. That whole campaign, they looking at it like, hey man, the fans is really,
they hate this nigga.
They hate him, bro. So we got to get on this one, dog. Talk to David Jerry. This is the one. Hold on real quick. And this came from, hold on real quick. So this is how to do it, everybody. So we can be organized on this. Because if we don't get organized on this, Jerry and them go do what they want. What we trying to do is pressure Jerry to get on the phone, bro. That's what we doing. We trying to pressure him to, bro, we don't have time, nor do we want to go through a whole nother extended, drawn out, dramatic ass contract war. And that's what's setting up. And I don't think a lot of people see that, huh?
Listen, they do the same tactic every other year.
Yep.
So I'm not sure why people, aren't prepared for this. You know what I'm saying? Like when Dak Prescott was trying to get his money, the second time, not the first time, when those allegations was going on, they allowed his accuser's attorney to get on the goddamn radio.
Right.
Up there at the station. Oh, you forgot about that. All right. I'm just saying that happened. Dad Bryant, when that domestic situation was going on with his mama, they got people reportedly got the footage and shit. You know what I'm saying? It still ain't been released. I'm just saying, all kind of when money is involved, all kind of crazy shit be happening in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Like Jared forgot Ezekiel Elliott's entire name. He said Zeke who? Like
Zeke,
I like that.
ooh.
Like damn. Like you. Oh, I didn't know you had Alzheimer's already, kinfolk. Damn. Prayers up.
And see, and I did a video earlier, bro, and I asked a question, and a lot of people think I'm playing when I ask this question, but I'm dead serious. And I can prove this what I'm getting ready to say. What if Jerry makes a threat like he made to the playmaker? See, a lot of people don't know that Jerry made a threat to the playmaker and threatened to send him to the Bengals when they was negotiating his first contract. But then it's a lot of people that'll be like, what's wrong with talking directly to Jerry? Because if he get in his feelings, he'll say, I send you to the Bengals.
I mean, hey, Jerry got to understand this is 2025. There is no threat of sending nobody nowhere no more in the National Football League. They got they money green. They money green as hell.
Oh, they blessed. Oh, they're to your point. Yeah, it ain't nowhere you. It ain't the same no more. Yeah, it ain't the same. But this is people don't understand, bro. Anybody that understand Jerry and them and how they move will be saying, please, Pickens, do not talk to Jerry, bro. Don't. Cause then it can go bad if you make a mistake, if you over here like Jerry. Cause let's just say this here. What if he nervous, right? You talking to Jerry, he's a world-renowned billionaire, and so you don't know how to say no to him. He throwing numbers at you, and you say, Jerry, yeah, that sounds good. Cause you nervous and you don't know how to really negotiate, and you okay, all right, Jerry. And now he try to hold you to that. Yeah, he in trouble. Because then what does Jerry go do? He go to his minions of the media, start leaking stuff on Pickens. Pickens turned down,
$250 million. I was going to make him the highest paid wide receiver ever. Whole time, they try to get the man signed an 8-year deal.
Right, exactly, right. Say it.
He tried
to get that man signed an 8 years.
Tyron Smith played his entire career on one deal.
He did.
My God, dog.
Say, hey, man.
I ain't never seen a 360 deal in the NFL.
Man, that dude, he put Tyron Smith on an 8-year deal.
Hey, landlord said call him, man.
Okay, what he trying to get in?
Yeah, call him.
Call him and let him know I'm gonna send him the whole link, bro.
Hold on. Let me call this nigga.
Yeah, because if we send him the link, he'll be able to we'll both be able to kind of stay in. You feel me? Yeah. Let me see if I can.
He said he finna send you the link. You just come in with your voice so we can both hear you.
Yeah.
And we can both communicate.
Right.
Bet.
Yeah. Yeah, we finna get landlord in here. This would be interesting. But man, no, this is the real deal. So listen, y'all. I ain't talking about that Diggs shit no more. That's that's gossip at this point, bro. I don't care about that no more.
Best of luck to you.
Yeah, best of luck.
And best of luck, and thank you for all the good years, Seth.
Yep. Bye. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I'm not saying that. I ain't tripping on Diggs when I say that, but hey, he gone, bro. Ain't got time for that shit. You know what I mean? Like, we got to take care of our house. Hold on. Hen, I'm going to need you to hold it down. Let me give you a slide to talk through while I'm sending. But did we tackle this good enough, bro? Because to me,
this is gonna be an ongoing thing.
It's gonna be ongoing. Yeah,
we're gonna have to talk about this every week, a couple times a show.
Yeah, facts.
You're gonna have to get Hammer home. It's one of them ones.
Yeah. So the other big topic is Brian, and I think it's appropriate for you to talk about that because you're the one that kind of really hyper focused Cowboy Nation on Brian Flores. You was the one that did the research of him having his extension getting ready to be up. So you clued in everybody on that. Go ahead and talk about that while I get landlord going.
Yeah, man. So the thing with Brian Flores, man, if he does not get a head coaching job, now the reason why it's a little iffy if he's going to be able to get a head coaching job is a couple years back before we got the Vikings DC job, he was actually the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. Right. And there was some stuff behind the scenes that happened. He accused them of trying to get him to throw games, discrimination, all kind of shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he had a lawsuit against the entirety of the NFL. And there was a couple other coaches included on it. So he has been pretty much blackballed from head coaching gigs, and listen, I think the lawsuit is still open. Mm-hmm. Right, Minnesota being the only people that were willing to take a risk on him.
Right,
and since he's been there, he's coordinated some damn good defenses.
Yes.
So he done did so much good work. They said their rumblings like F the lawsuit. Right. So,
right.
You know what I'm saying? We'll figure everything else out. Matter of
Right.
fact, we might get him a better lawyer.
Right.
So yeah, they ain't tripping on that no more. But if he is not able to get a head coaching job, if his name is still, at this point, if that's still the case, there's a very good opportunity for him to come somewhere else like a Dallas, where he would play in all these nationally televised games,
High
play
profile.
on holidays,
Right.
get the national spotlight, and his defense can be put on display in a manner it was never put on in Minnesota. Plus, you have a better opportunity to make the postseason. You're going to probably win 9 games with J.J. McCarthy being your starter. Imagine if you had a Dak Prescott and one of the
With
top
that defense
offenses in the league.
Oh my God!
With that defense,
Whew.
you'll be Super Bowl favorites.
Right. Ooh.
So stuff like that is why you might be able, to entice a Brian Flores to come to Dallas.
Right.
Because if he still can't get a head coaching job, as amazing as he's been in Minnesota, he's probably not going to get one through there. He might have to go to a bigger stage. And remember, head coaches and coordinators, their money don't come out the cap. Jerry can sign them to whatever you want to sign them to. He can open up his pocketbook and sign and give him an offer that he cannot refuse.
Right.
So there are, viable reasons he will come to Dallas, to try and propel himself into a head coaching job if he's not, realistically thought of in this cycle.
Yeah. And I do believe it's real, bro. I do believe it's real. Because, see, me and you went over the timeline yesterday. I showed it today via video. And that video doing pretty good numbers. It's going to probably get up to about 12,000, 13,000. Because I'm showcasing how it played out. The actual date was December 27th. It's where Minnesota came out and they say they working on an extension for Brian Flores. The very next day, Dallas bombed it.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas bombed it like, nah, we making a run for him. And that came through Mike Florio, which is super important because he's somebody that has one of the best reputations in terms of not being a water carrier like local media.
Correct.
When I say water carrier, that means you doing the bidding of Jerry. So his job is too high to be a local suck up like these most of these people that's local media here. It's a lot of local suck ups here, So then now let me show Brian Flores and we'll talk about it how he was talking yesterday. Let me pull this clip real quick. Y'all give me 1 second. Damn. Here it is. Y'all be patient, man. We flying planes like me and Henny just went. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now here we go. Y'all check this out, bro. See, I already showed this, but me and you get to talk about it. I talked about this by myself. I need to hear your perspective on this. And then we go talk about tampering. We go talk about all of that. You feel me? Because I keep hearing a lot of people talk about, is this tampering? Bro, it's tampering, bro.
There's been a lot of talk about, my personal situation. And next year, look, I've said this many times. I've loved my time here in Minnesota. My family loves it.
I've loved my time here.
Whenever you used to get to talking about some shit in past tense, man, it's a wrap.
It's a
that
wrap.
That nigga did everything but officially sign the contract.
For real.
He done seen the yearly breakdown. He done seen the signing bonus. He know who his defensive coordinator gonna be. He probably ain't figured out his OC just yet, but that nigga got everything planned. He got a head coaching job or he got the job over here.
Yeah,
one of the two, with nothing else in between.
And the dots connect to us based on the timing, but it's more realistic that it's a head coaching job.
It's one of the two.
It could be us though. Let's let it play though.
Hope it's us.
Me too.
The state of Minnesota has been tremendous to me. And KO mentioned there's been great dialogue, and there has. And now we'll just kind of let the club and my representation handle the rest. And so that's kind of where I'm at on that. I don't, as you guys know, I don't like talking about myself. I think our players are doing a lot of great things on the field, and I don't want to take away from them in any way. I think if anything, they deserve all of the recognition. I certainly don't play, as you guys know. And so, with that, open up the questions.
So let's explain this, bro. What's the hype? And tell landlord I sent him the link.
All right, let me shoot him a text. He sent the link. Now you see where Minnesota is. You see the Viking hill decal all the way over there.
Yeah.
All right. So this is pretty much just a tendency of passing defenses. This is how much they rotate the shell coverages, which means how much they do disguises, and it's also paired with how much they actually blitz. Now, don't nobody in the damn league blitz more than the Minnesota Vikings.
Nobody.
They bring hat. And not only do they bring hat, they bring it in such a creative way, it's very hard to block it up. He don't just blitz for the hell of it. His blitz leads to quarterback hits and sacks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like they getting blocked up. Folks getting hit, folks throwing the ball quick, folks, getting the ball tipped at the line of scrimmage. He brings nothing but pure, unadulterated chaos when he goes out here. He once blitzed Lamar Jackson 35 times with the same blitz and shut his ass down. He was still the defensive play caller for the Miami Dolphins when it happened, but and listen, it wasn't like Lamar didn't know he was doing it. That was Lamar MVP season, his first MVP season, and he went out there and shut that man down. With the same blitz.
Right.
So he's super aggressive. He runs a 5-man front. It's very advanced. You got to understand where you need to fall back into. The point of demarcation when you leave from the line of scrimmage. Because you're gonna run a bunch of disguises up there.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a whole bunch of people at the line. You don't know who the hell's coming. It's a very confusing scheme. Ask Dak Prescott.
Right. Because I keep hearing people hinting like, "What's the big deal on Brian Flores?" It was like, bro, you gotta really listen. So Henny the one that hit me to this chart. So everything that's far to the right is your blitz rate.
Mm-hmm.
I got this new tool, bro. It's pretty cool.
Where you get that at?
I get this from my software. Yeah,
you don't have to school me to it.
Yeah,
I use it like that.
Everything that's far to the right, the higher that means you blitzing a lot. And that's why look at Minnesota compared to everybody else. They have totally left everybody in the dust, which is showing you how aggressive his scheme is, basically. So what Henny is explaining is that everything that's the more you up to the top, that's your disguise rate. Right. So his disguise rate is kind of in line. Hold on, let me see. I'm finna show out now. It's in line with a lot of different teams. You see what I'm saying? So he's disguise wise, he's right around a bunch of different teams. These other teams are super high on disguise rates, but that's not what really messed up Dak Prescott. What messed up Dak Prescott was this high blitz rate. That's what had him thinking, bro. And when you got a 10-year vet out there like, let me get this ball, because you don't know where that blitz coming from. That's what Dallas need.
Exactly. Because listen, I'm not saying that they are completely devoid of talent, but the Minnesota Vikings, aren't the most talented defense in the National Football League. I dare y'all to name me their corners. Name me their starting corners right now. Without using Google. Name me the starting corners on the Minnesota Vikings.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, they're not the most talented team in the league, but they still one of the best defenses in the league.
Right.
This is a team that barely allows 21 points a game.
Right.
So we need that in our lives. Dallas Cowboys giving up 30 right now.
Right. Yeah. And somebody said Dak couldn't be Flores zero coverage the whole game. See, if you think it's just zero coverage, this is what killed me, man. A lot of people try to say Dak don't know how to read a defense, and they obviously don't know how to read a fucking defense, bro. That'd be killing me. You know what I'm saying? Because even the way that I see how y'all describe what Flores is doing is showing me you don't really know what you're looking at. Because it wasn't zero coverage, bro. No. It was that high blitz rate, bro. And
sometimes it's not even a true blitz. Sometimes he overload just one side of the field. There's still 4 people coming,
right?
But it's 4 people from this side. You got three blockers over there, and everybody else done fell into coverage. Because listen, because zero blitz is insinuating that there's 7 people coming, and then there's everybody else is manned up. There's 4 people covering man to man across the board, and 7 people are coming. That was zero blitz is insinuating.
Right.
Some of these are showing 0 and they're dropping into cover 2.
Right.
Some of this shit is showing 0 and it's a fire doll. Some of this shit is showing 0 and it's cover 1. Some of this shit is showing 0 and it's cover 4, nigga. Like some of this shit are or cat blitzes. They bringing nickels. You don't see coming off of the edge. Sometimes it's the safety coming up. You don't know who the hell is coming in this man's scheme. You also on the flip side, you don't know who the hell is falling back.
Right. Yeah, and it's the the fact that his defense had 10-year Dak. The fact that he had 10-year Dak, like damn. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And listen, folks say that folks forget like Dak Prescott is one of the best processors pre-snap in the National Football League.
He's been
we got Hall of Fame quarterbacks talking about how Dak Prescott is their favorite quarterback to watch. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers said that. And we still got Cowboy fans. We got Cowboy fans who will literally put all their energy on just Dak. When our defense is as bad as it is, bro, that's y'all got a problem, bro. Like it's not. You got that graphic I sent you?
Which one? You sent me a lot.
It got the Cowboys offense, and the Cowboys defense.
That one is money. Where landlord ass at, bro?
I don't know.
OG need to come to work. Oh no, this is money, bro. This is money. Hold on real quick. I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh, this hurt. This hurt right here. Oh, let me get my head out the way. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. So listen. In terms of offensive yards, the Dallas Cowboys have the most yards in the National Football League. They have accounted for 6,377 total yards of offense. The Philadelphia Eagles are 24th. They don't even have 5,000 yards of offense yet. Right? They're 24th in the league. Points scored. The Dallas Cowboys have scored the 4th most points in the league. They done scored 454 points, nigga. The Eagles ain't even hit 400. They had 362. Now this is why the bottom part is why the Eagles have won a division or are going to the playoffs. They are top 3 seed, and this is why the Dallas Cowboys are looking forward to the draft. The Dallas Cowboy defense has given up 477 points. That is the most not only in the National Football League, that is also the most in team history with a game to go. The Philadelphia Eagles, on the other hand, have allowed the 3rd fewest points in the league. They've only allowed 301 points. So let's do some simple math. How are the Eagles winning games? Well, they scored 362 points. They only allowed 301. So they've outscored teams by 61 points. Well, you would think the Dallas Cowboys, with almost 100 more points, would be able to say the same thing.
Right.
The issue is the Dallas Cowboys have actually been outscored despite the fact they have one of the top offenses in the National Football League.
Right.
Because we've scored 454, we've allowed 477. Therefore, you are 8-1.
Right. That's simple, bro. You might need to say that, man, for some people in the back, because somebody was like, they still in the playoffs. All right, bro, listen, bro.
They're in the playoffs.
That's the whole point, bro. Like, I don't know if you're talking fast or some cats is listening slow. The whole point is if you get a defense that can match what Philly is doing, your team make the playoffs based on what Dak has done. That's the whole point of what Henny is saying. Is you got to correct this defense. You can't go out there and say, Dak, you got to go out there each game and score 40 points for us to even have a chance, bro. That's unrealistic, bro. And even when this defense is the worst in our entire franchise history, we got people that's going to literally put their whole bullseye on just that. It's
I mean, listen, you score 454 points, you should be a playoff team.
right. Your offense clearly did enough to be in the playoffs. Your defense clearly, totally let you down. That's what it is. It's just what it is. Mm-hmm. And don't block him. Don't block him. Nah. You need all people. You want all different types of people. Everybody ain't gonna see it the same. I'm cool with that. You know, we gonna continue to knock out people with facts though. You know, that's just what we gonna do over here. We got a super chat from B Bird.
Salute to B Bird, man.
Yeah, B Bird doing this thing. Let me see. He say, I just got off work, but I knew Boss Cowboy would be all over this. Appreciate you and Henny. Yeah.
Appreciate you, B Bird.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. So, yeah, this is one of them ones. And, you know, listen, we tackled that Diggs thing, and I'm pretty much done with Diggs. I ain't talking about that no more. I'm sick of that. We got way more important things at this point now. For real. Like, for real. Then we got Jerry out here saying that he gonna build a defense.
Well, listen.
Oh, we got that.
He said he gonna make it better.
He gonna make it better. So.
He said he promised the defense would be better. Well, listen, we got to have a step-by-step action plan for Jerry. We got to have a step-by-step action plan for Jerry Jones, nigga. Because the first order of business is to fire Matt Eberflus. First order of business. You must fire Matt Eberflus. You know, if you do not fire Matt Eberflus, nothing that you do, you know, is going to matter. Because you cannot allow somebody who has made history in all the wrong ways. He is now going to go down in the record book for the Dallas Cowboys as the worst coordinator to ever coordinate in Dallas defensively. You can't let that nigga come back.
No, you can't. You cannot.
You can't let him come back.
He not. Ain't no way.
And listen, if he does though, you know,
ain't no way.
We already on the verge of making a new page so we can make other content. So I want y'all niggas to know, you know, as I'm not going through another Matt Eberflus season.
No.
I don't know. I don't know y'all.
Nah, we ain't doing it.
Yeah, well, I ain't doing it.
And see, I know they gotta fire him, bro, because they have to fire him, bro, because it would be no optimism next year. And as a business, you have to have optimism. You have to. You know what I'm saying? So just on business alone, he gone, bro. Like guaranteed, for sure. So, but you said, the thing that I love that you said is the action plan. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, it start with that. Salute to Lexington though. He said, "Great job, content creators. Do y'all think Shotty and Dak are low key trying to request Flores? It ain't gonna be too low key because it's gonna be an open job. You know what I'm saying? And he'll be able to get it. Landlord said it didn't work.
Okay, I sent him another one.
He finna resend it.
Yeah, we got to get the OG in here. Now let's talk about this tampering stuff. Cause I keep hearing people talk about, hey man, is that tampering, bro? It's only tampering if you get caught. Right.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. They really don't.
Like, listen. Bill Belichick and all them was stealing signs and all kind of shit.
Right.
Like, listen, if you aren't cheating, you aren't trying.
Right.
I need to know how we are cheating so we can improve on that. Like, we need to cheat. We need to cheat a little bit better.
We need to cheat better. And see, and I remember when Dan Quinn, right, was first getting courted. He said to Mike McCarthy when Jerry offered Dan Quinn a job, and he was like, "Bro, this is crazy." And Dan Quinn said, "Should I take one of these jobs?" This is why they was in the playoffs. That clearly means some teams made some offers to Dan Quinn while he was under contract with Dallas. Tampering is normal, bro. It's just like Henny said, just don't get caught. That's it.
It's hard to get caught, nigga, because who's talking?
Right. So, okay, hold on. Tell landlord I just sent him another one. I'll call him. But the action item that I would say first, bro.
After the firing Flus?
Yeah. Well, maybe not directly after the firing, but I like how you said, what's the plan to build a defense? In my opinion, one of the first things you got to do is get us a bona fide edge rusher out of free agency, not the draft. I see it just like we looked at DT. Me and you always been on the same page on this. You need a man for DT. You need a man for edge unless you picking in the top 5. You know? Now that's when you can sometimes get a day one dog, a Bosa year one, and you know what I'm saying? Myles Garrett year one. Yeah, they come in the top 5, but I'm not drafting one. I think we need to go after Trey, get serious about Crosby or something like that to where we can make our front unstoppable. That's first. Then after that, I think we should draft the rest. The corners, the safeties, all that kind of stuff. I think that should come out of the draft.
The only thing I'll add is if Maris Leofau is not your middle linebacker next year, you're going to need a veteran middle linebacker too.
Yeah, I agree.
Like Mike is not something I want somebody that was just eating free lunch to be out here trying to, dictate for me. So I agree with you. If you want to get a veteran edge, I'm cool with it, but also get a veteran Mike while you're at it.
Yeah. Hold on real quick. And then somebody said, yeah, I agree with that. He said, boss, I was sitting there watching the Vikings versus Lions saying to myself, can someone send this defensive masterclass to Flus, please? They had Goff seeing ghosts. Yeah, and these are veteran quarterbacks, bro. Like,
he said it still ain't working.
All right, man. Hold on real quick. My landlord put me to work. Let me tell. Give me a second. Y'all be patient with your boy, man. The system acting kind of glitchy on me. Let's see what landlord this real quick.
Yeah, Happy New Year to everybody out there too, man.
Happy New Year, man. Be safe in them streets, for real.
Hell yeah.
Be safe in them streets. Yeah. And I like this one. Somebody said Minka Fitzpatrick. I think that's gonna happen.
What's the asking price? Because you ain't got that many picks. Or what's the asking price? Because you don't have a third.
Is he a free agent?
No, I think you had a year left.
Okay. Then yeah,
we not have a year left.
I see what you're saying. You saying basically we would have to trade for him.
Yeah, let me see his contract. Let me double check. Because I thought he had like another year left.
Yeah.
When I was looking, I thought he was gonna be the rest of this year and next year. Yeah, he got one more year on the contract.
Fuck.
But I'll say you got 3/5.
Oh. My fifth.
Yeah, like give up a fifth. See they take it. Dominique said Dak. Well, I can't read that. Let me see.
He said Dak gotta tell Jerry what he thinks the team needs.
Dak said he gonna do that.
Yeah, he did say he was gonna do that. Yeah. He said he's speaking up this year. He a little bit late, but he's speaking up this year on what he really feel like. Yeah, and somebody said this Dak the company man should be over. Absolutely, bro. That company man should have been over the moment he signed that third contract, bro. For real. That's when he should have fully became asshole Dak. For real. Nice guy Dak should have been dead. For real. You know what I'm saying? All that say the right things, do the right things. He needs some Aaron Rodgers up in him. Let me call landlord, man. See what's going on, bro. Trying to get this boy in here. Y'all give me a second, man.
Take your time, cuz. Take your time.
I'm gonna give you another slide to kind of talk through because we got plenty we talking through real quick.
Okay.
Even outside that Diggs situation, hold on real quick. I don't want to talk about nothing else on that. Hold on real quick. Yeah, I want to take this one because this one a little bit messy. I like this one. Go ahead, Hen. I'm gonna try to get landlord going. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Cause I just want to know.
Boy, it's messy right here. Boy, that was a messy ass poll right there, boy.
I just need to know how much blame are we giving Brian Schottenheimer, for the way that the season, transpired. Because, I get it. The dude that Jerry Jones saddled him with is probably the biggest reason why you're not going to the playoffs, sure.
Right.
But There was some clock management stuff. There was some personnel decisions. He wasn't aggressive enough on fourth down. I got an entire chart about how he needed to improve on that. And then, of course, some of the stuff that happened on his watch. Like, he may not have been the driving force of getting Micah out of town, but it happened while he was the head coach.
Hey, did it work yet?
I don't really know. I think Trevon Diggs was marked for death anyway, but like shit, it happened while he was here. So what percentage are you giving Shotty of, the issues in Dallas? 0 to 24, 25 to 49, 50 to 74, or 75 to 100? Boss, I'm gonna let you answer that, matter of fact.
Ooh. Damn, bro. You be asking some of the toughest questions, bro. I usually don't get stumped on questions.
I just need to know. You can say 0 if you want to. Some
I
people
ain't
said
gonna say
0.
He got some fault in this. I'm giving
Landlord gave him 50.
Landlord mean. That's too high. That's too high. That's too high. I can't wait till he come in here. We go fight over that. 20. I say
about
20.
20%.
I say about
All right.
15-20%.
So let me ask you then. Out of Jerry, Flus, and Brian, how much you already gave Brian 20. We'll cap it at 20. Out of the other 80% of blame, like how that distributed?
Oh man, I'm giving about 70% on Eberflus. 70. I'm that high. Hell yeah. I'm giving about 5% on Jerry. And the only reason I'm gonna give 5% on Jerry because let's be real. When he picked Eberflus wasn't looked at as a bad DC coming in, bro. It was more doubts on Brian Schottenheimer as the head coach than Eberflus.
Correct.
So it was only one person, Cowboy Joe, that I ever saw knocking Eberflus coming in the door. Cowboy Joe, a content creator, was the only one. So everybody else was like, we should be good with this. You know what I mean? So Jerry was trying to solve a problem because Mike McCarthy left. And Mike McCarthy left because of Jerry. You know what I'm saying?
So this is how I'm gonna put it.
Mm-hmm.
I damn near want to if we do your same thing, we say like Shotty is responsible for 20% of it. I'm damn near splitting up 40-40 with Jerry and Flus. And the reason being, like you said, it's shit starts up top. The situation that made your team even worse was you trading Micah Parsons away right before the season started because of his ego and his hubris and his unwillingness to negotiate, with the agent. Yeah. So that in itself caused a domino effect of Flus, not having the personnel he needed to run the scheme for a majority of the season. I know that Flus is trash. He's garbage. He's Barusa, however you say it. He ain't shit.
Right.
But but more than one thing can be true at the same time. He ain't shit, but Jerry Jones ain't set him up to succeed either. You can say after the trade deadline with the acquisition of Quentin Williams, that really showed how sorry he was. Cause I feel like after you got Q on this team, I probably could have coordinated a defense that held teams to under 25 points. But you don't have a Flus problem if you didn't have a Jerry problem. You don't have the Mike McCarthy problem if you don't have the Jerry problem. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like Mike had to leave at that point. He had to leave with the little bit of nuts he had left. He had like a smidgen of nuts left in his body, and he got up and left with them hoes.
Yeah, I gotta up my Jerry based on what you just said. Definitely got to be more than 5%. I think you're right because it was a lot of chaos. Man, hell yeah, you right. Hell yeah, you got to put at least 40% on Jerry.
Yeah, and remember, how did you start this conversation? When Jerry hired Eberflus, Why did Jerry hire Eberflus? You just got a head coach, nigga.
You got to take it up to 50%.
Like, man, listen. Jerry Jones don't even let folks, pick their coaching staff. And we wonder what's wrong with Dallas.
Right. 60%. Nah, that's real, bro. Like, when you think about all the chaos that came out from Jerry, bro, you right. Like, when I think about it, okay, the fact that you also fumbled Mike McCarthy, right? Mm-hmm. See, you right. It started from the Jerry fumble. That's where everything, the fumble, the off-season fumble when he was over here trying to say Jason Witten need to be under Mike McCarthy, and Mike was like, "No, we done.
I'm good. I'm good."
And he got up and he walked out, and that's when Jerry allowed all these good coaches to start getting hired. I think we got landlord now.
What up, man?
We can hear you, bro.
What's happening? It sounds like my connection fucking up.
Yeah, your connection sound poor.
But you
Yeah,
good,
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you though.
Yeah, man. So I know y'all probably out for the Trevon and stuff, right? What y'all talking about right now?
We was talking about what percentage of blame do you give Shotty, and he said you was super high.
He gave him 50.
I can't hear nothing.
Boy, you mean,
Let
bro?
me go out and come back in.
Yeah, come on back. Yeah. Somebody said Flus 50%, Jerry 75%. Damn, bro, how'd that do that? So anyway, man.
All right, is this better?
Much better.
Yeah, we hear you. Can you hear us?
That Wi-Fi weak as hell. Yeah, I got you.
Cool.
Yeah, your Wi-Fi still tripping, bro.
Yeah,
He sound like the OC used to.
Man.
Yeah, with all that popping noises.
Yeah, he said you sound like the OC, nigga.
Yeah, like a robot.
Yeah, I might have to sit this one out, fellas.
Let's try to push through real quick. Let's just try. We'll see. It might smooth out. That happens sometimes. So I was curious to why you put Brian Schottenheimer so high, bro.
With the 50.
With me? Why?
Yeah.
Because most of this shit go to his doorstep. It does. He was involved. To some capacity, he was involved with everything that happened. Regardless of how much you want to put on him, that's up to your discretion. But one thing we know for sure is he said yes to a lot of this shit. He had to. He had to.
I gotta push back.
Regardless of how you feel about the.
I gotta push back just a little bit. You my dog. We go push. We go box a little bit. So it's pretty much on record that Eberflus was hired even before Brian. So how did Brian have anything to do with that?
I'm talking about the other dramatic moves that happened on this team that under his nose.
Okay.
Micah Parsons leaving here.
I agree with
Trey
you.
Trey getting put out of here.
Yeah.
All this stuff like this, it was under Brian Schottenheimer's authority. And he had to agree to some capacity, which drastically derailed our season. So it is what it is, bro. He's the head coach. How could you not blame this nigga? Like, I don't understand it. Like, listen, man, I gave him 50, and that probably was generous.
Yeah.
Because the other 40 to Jerry. Like, and then I'm a nickel dime the rest of it out. That's how I look at it.
So
Jerry
you just basically moves,
but like I said.
No, keep going. No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Keep going.
Brian is not an innocent bystander. Yeah, Brian is not an innocent bystander like y'all, not like y'all, but like a lot of people betray him. That's not who he is. Not an innocent bystander. He's not the people on speed just in the bus while motherfuckers on. He involved, bro. He had something to do with it.
Nah,
y'all is without seeing.
Nah,
that
you make it sense.
Messing up too, bro.
No, you make it sense. Let me get your back on what you're saying too. Like the fact that they said it was unanimous to get rid of Micah, bro.
Yeah, like I told Lynn, I'm gonna have to say. I would have to say, yeah, they did that. I don't know what happened. I wasn't here. I was
To your point, landlord. To your and then to your point, the way that this Diggs situation was handled was bad. It don't even matter if you like Diggs.
Bro,
If
Brian ain't solid on his word. He ain't been solid on his word with this situation. I just feel like, man, we all playing on real teams. We know that regardless of how you look at it, it'll be a hierarchy, and then we superstar treatment. So I think Diggs was just in the doghouse, and the superstar treat wasn't available for him.
right.
Because one thing we did see in that report was what that type is that Diggs requested is usually what granted.
Right.
They said that it's usually granted.
Yeah.
Now I don't know what timeline Diggs asked for whatever he asked for. I'm not sure, because that make a big difference to me. So take this with a grain of salt until that information come out. Because I seen somebody
They
said
said
that
it was 10
he said
minutes.
it like 10 minutes after.
Shut up.
Yeah, now 10 minutes.
Well,
I can't
this,
use 10 minutes.
I will say this though. Shotty
I
said,
don't believe it.
Hold on. Shotty
It
said
might have been
that Shotty said that it wouldn't matter when he asked for it. He said Shotty said under his regime, we fly in together, we fly out together. He said other people throughout the course of the season has asked to stay at different places, and he has told them no. That what he said on his press conference. He said that's the precedence. He said that's the standard. I don't agree with the shit, but you know that what Shotty said is going on. And whether you believe him or not, you know that's what he said in front of God and everybody else. So that's what he said. I'm not saying believe.
It's a lot of stuff that. See, what really revealed that Shotty was his word ain't trustworthy, in my opinion, is because he was backing Flus all this time, bro. He was backing Flus this whole time. How could you trust that? But we don't want to get on him, though. We don't want to get on him. He been trusting Flus this whole.
Man, that boy landlord came in here cooking. See, because I wasn't ready to just slam on Brian Schottenheimer, but you making some heavy ass points, bro.
Hey,
See,
real quick,
he
I
didn't
got
agree
two-
with me on football aspect.
See, hold on,
Go ahead.
landlord, you cooking.
Hold on, I
Listen,
got
bro.
two super chats.
Okay,
Let
go
me
ahead.
get this out the way real quick.
Yeah, you good?
Darnell Lamar with the 199 for your mind said the fact that Jerry played and Micah faced 70%, and then Nigel Wonder with the 5P said, I think they are going after Quincy Williams in free agency. What do you all think? Still fire Flus? I think Quincy would be a great middle linebacker. He's former All-Pro. Just fell out of grace over there. You know, I bring him in. Listen, that nigga better than every linebacker you got. So, like, beggars can't be choosers. But continue.
Now I like what landlord's saying, bro. Cause see, it's some you your points are growing on me in terms of the accountability of Brian Schottenheimer. Or landlord, is this a result of having a co-coach with Jerry?
All this shit.
Yeah, I mean, we know Jerry is the ultimate problem. Jerry is the ultimate problem. We know that. But, I mean, it's only so much we can do when it comes to distributing this blame. Like, it's always going to be Jerry's fault. But what we said, he a grown man. He signed a dotted line. Some of this shit got to go on him, y'all. It is what it is. It do. It got to go on him. Some of this blame to go at Shotty's doorstep, man. We can't just keep blaming Jerry every time when these niggas know what they signed up for. Okay, you go walk into it and go stand in the line, get on a roller coaster, and now you mad because you done got down. You too scared, and then now you done went viral on the internet. You knew what you were getting into. That's your fault. You had a conscious decision to go up there and take your ass on that ride. That's what he doing, bro. He signed up. Like I said, one of my biggest things that made me a little standoffish was I don't like the I'm happy to be here guy. That's what Brian kind of gave off after a while. Be here. I don't like that guy. I want the guy that say, shit, I did my work. I deserve to be here. Nigga, you should be happy to have me here. Real talk, because of my work, because of my long track record. I've built reputation. But Brian don't stand on that type of stuff. He got to be like, thank y'all. I'm so grateful. When you so grateful, what you going to do? Say yes. That's what you going to do. Say yes.
Real quick.
I'm so grateful.
Shout out to Jay Sauce for this $1.99 super chat. He said, you think Brian is just riding the back seat? It's not possible for him to be riding the back seat as a head coach. Like, listen, what Land is saying is not outrageous. Like, there has to be culpability for Brian Schottenheimer in some capacity. What was said? Hold on. You knew I had hoes.
That's real. That's so real. That's so real, bro. Yeah.
You know what kind of coaches come through Dallas, man? Y'all act like it's real, nigga.
I gotta push you back just a little bit.
It's a fake one.
I gotta push you back just a little bit, landlord. Cause this
Go
is
ahead.
the thing, bro. All of us eat BS to work. True or false? You, Henny, me, all of us has eaten BS to feed our families. True or false?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. This is the reason why I asked you that. Because I feel like when you're a head coach in Dallas, it's almost like we asking these coaches to commit career suicide. You feel me? Because to make the moves that a lot of us would want them to do, you gonna have a short shelf life here. Like Mike McCarthy. See,
That's
Mike,
the argument that we just had, man. You have a short shelf life here, or you gonna damage your future too.
You damage your future.
You gotta
anyway.
make the visual.
But listen, landlord, you damage your future anyway becoming the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Where did Bill Parcells coach at?
I agree with that.
Where was Bill Parcells' last coaching job? It was in Dallas, right? He ain't get another gig after that. You know, Jason Garrett ain't get no other head coaching job after Dallas. Mike McCarthy might get another job, but he was unemployed last year. He might get back in.
He had to walk away.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like, who has done, like, listen, Bill Parcells wasn't going for nothing. He left and he still ain't getting no goddamn job. Like they gonna hold you out regardless.
Dallas drag your name through the mud for sure.
Yeah,
they do drag your name.
They make sure you're done. When you leave, you're done.
And when you come in here, you're done. Like every coach, like I was having this conversation with landlord, they catch every coach on the rebound.
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy just had a bad breakup. Aaron Rodgers had destroyed his reputation. Aaron Rodgers was talking so crazy about this man in the media to anybody that would listen. Like made him seem like a damn fool. Like his concepts were outdated. That's where all that shit came from. It came from Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? That's why folks were like, oh man, Mike McCarthy, he's outdated, blase. That's why he had to take that time off. You know, sell Jerry Jones, that he done modernized his office, all this other shit, and come in here. Then nigga had a sleepover to get the job. He stayed the night with Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, to get the job. They had a fucking sleepover.
A sleepover. He not lying.
You know what I'm saying? That what Cuz had to do to get the job over here. You know, motherfucking me, Jason Garrett had to get groomed from the time he was a quarterback. Groomed. Yeah. You ever seen the Departed? You know, the mob movie, The Departed. You know how he raised the kid up, then sent him to be an undercover mole in the police for him. That's what they did with Jason Garrett.
That's what they did with
They raised that man from a boy.
Kellen Moore, and to a degree, Eberflus. To a degree.
Yeah, they raised them. They raised the boys up from boys.
Yeah, that's facts.
To be in there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's why
either you groomed or you come in here, needing a rebound.
Right.
Bill Parcells needed this damn job when he took it. You know, Shotty needed this job. He ain't never had no opportunity to be no goddamn head coach before. Right. Hey.
Honestly, that's why Bill Belichick perfect.
Your main man.
And to your point though, he broken.
Shit.
And we gonna talk about that because I'm gonna do a video. Unless y'all want to fight about that right now, I'm gonna do a video to where
we're gonna talk about it. Let me just run to the restroom. I'll be ready.
All right. I'll say this though. I've been looking at Bill Belichick, bro. The only thing that's giving me pause on Bill is his female, bro. Because I really did do a lot of research on Bill, bro. Oh my God. If Bill could just let her go. Boy, if he could let that young tender go. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year to my boy Joe Trevino out of Italy. He say it's already 2026 over there. Appreciate that sticky cannabis. He say Happy New Year's, man. Happy New Year, bro. It's already 2026 over in Italy.
Salute and Happy New Year to everybody too, man.
Salute. But yeah, it's a lot of people that hate the ideal of Belichick. What's your thoughts on it, landlord? Yeah, Thompson. My boy say Thompson too. Yeah, Thompson is somebody we gotta. That's the new person that's being groomed. And you know who else we gotta be careful of? Jason Witten. We gotta be careful of anybody that was potentially groomed by Jerry and them, bro. And then I thought this too. Didn't Garrett go to New York? Didn't Jason Garrett go to New York? I'm thinking he did. What's going on with landlord?
He did. He went to New York for like a season or so.
Did he?
And
Do
he
it
was an
after
OC.
us?
Wasn't
He did it after us, right?
After us, yeah.
So he got another job. That's okay.
It lasted like one season, I think.
Okay, yeah.
One season.
Yeah. Appreciate that, Stelios. We go tighten up Henny on that. Henny. They were saying Jason Garrett did get a coaching job at
He was an OC. He was never a head coach again.
Okay, you were saying head coach. Gotcha.
Yeah.
He was a C.
Yeah.
He was offensive coordinator. He was never head coach again.
Yeah. Okay. Because so you were saying head coach, not just coaching.
Yeah, because Wade Phillips was a DC. Say what now?
I didn't know you said.
What cuz say?
It sounds like
into the rest, man. I'm stopping here with y'all.
okay.
Oh, it's a bet, cuz.
All right, bro. Let me get landlord up out of here. Yeah, man. But yeah, Henny. I'm pretty much tapped out at this point too.
Me too. Let me read this last super chat, then we gonna deal. But I gotta be a couple cases anyway. Jay,
I got some good food cooking, boy.
Yeah, J619 said, "Damn deal, fellas. Keep hearing this Diggs didn't buy in, then they saying flush flus. Why would I want a nigga on my squad that buy into failure?"
Right,
man. Right.
Nah,
like,
clap
man.
it up. Clap it up. Somebody.
All right, we can leave on that
Man. Bro, that's
note. We can leave on that note, damn it.
And see, that's why I ain't buying into this culture shit, bro. This culture talk is, bro. Me and Tuck was talking. You know what this sound like, bro? He and I got this from Tuck. I ain't gonna lie. When I steal something from you, I'm gonna give you credit. This sound like Jason Garrett, bro. The right type of guy, BS, bro. It's like, why do we talk about culture with 8-8 coaches? If you are 8-8 coach, I don't want to hear nothing about your culture.
I feel you, but I also want to be fair. Like, most niggas don't have successful first stints. Well, first years. Bill was 5-11 with the Patriots first time out. 6-11. No, we're 5-11. We're on 16 games. He started 5-11. Mike McCarthy was 8-8 his first year out. You know, Dan Campbell took a long time. I don't ever like judging coaches on they first year. He could really mean the whatchamacallit shit. You know, this might not apply to Diggs no more.
No, that's fair.
As we know, he's made concession with George Pickens. George Pickens don't show up to shit on time. The nigga indeed got in trouble in Vegas. You know, I got the details on that from Tuck earlier. But you know, like they make like I don't think he's too much scared that niggas ain't quiet. But if you could play, you know, I think he'll tolerate a lot of stuff. I just think in their mind, Diggs don't fit the criteria if he could play. I don't know if that's true or fair, but you know, I think that's what it is at this point. I just think he's been hurt for a long time. They feel like they can survive without him, you know, and they revoked his superstar privileges, like they said. So that's all it is with Diggs.
Yeah, and see, what you saying is outside of what I'm saying.
Okay,
you fair though, but it's a little bit outside of what I'm saying. I'm not saying that shot is bad. I'm talking about just the culture, this whole he's building a culture thing. It's like, bro, nah, bro, I'm not buying into that. Nah. Like, and then I don't want to hear nothing about no culture year two. That's why I'm happy the season getting ready to be over with. Because if we still talking about building culture in year 2, bro, you got no culture.
Yeah, I said the same thing though. They talk about learning how to win. You get to learn how to win in year 1.
Right.
That's it. That's learning how to win. I need results year 2.
I need results.
It's different. It's a different expectation. Like I don't expect shit from you, but to get your feet wet and to build a foundation year 1.
Right.
Year 2, I need some ROI.
Right.
I need some return on investment.
And that's fair because see, they have to correct what they did when they, because they treated him basically like he needed training wheels year 1. They basically hired Eberflus and admitted that they hired Eberflus to help Brian.
And he the motherfucker that need help.
And he the one that needed help. Boy, that's crazy. But that's exactly what they said. And you could tell by the initial press conferences that Eberflus was coming in here like he was here to be the big brother to Brian. So you right. In year 2, we got to give, in my opinion, Brian a chance to clean that up. Get the right DC in here. Get the guy that fits the mold of what you want. And now we go fully hold you and everybody else accountable. I think that's fair. My final word is this, man. I'm glad this Diggs thing is over with. I really am. It was a distraction. I honestly feel like if they was going to cut him, they should have cut him 7 weeks ago. I would want them to cut because it was lingering too much. It was too much concussion. Then it's a knee. Then it's IR. Then it's what's going on with Diggs. It was lingering too long. You know what I'm saying? And see, even Dak said that. Dak was like, bruh, I'm honestly happy that this Micah Parsons thing is over with. He said that at the beginning. He said, I'm glad we got closure because it was a distraction. So Diggs was this whole Diggs thing and how they handled it. That to me, they was indecisive on this thing, bruh. So that's the thing I'm gonna say. But the most important thing is Pickens. Let's keep our eye on this ball, y'all. Because Diggs is gone. That's the most important thing. The fact that Jerry is now saying that he want to speak with Pickens directly is a trap. It's a trap. And all of us should be afraid of that. And what's that campaign again, bro? I need to write that thing down.
Let me look at it.
Talk to David Jerry.
Yeah, talk to David Jerry. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Yeah. So I need to listen. This is the campaign that we got to start pushing. Is talk to David. All this I don't talk. That's gonna lead to a drawn out, dramatic offseason. Let's keep our eye on that. That's my final word. Talk to Jerry. Talk to David Jerry.
Amen. Yeah, dog. They gotta get this shit together because this shit ain't real, man. Like your entire season is going to be dependent on if you bring back George Pickens. You can't make a step forward in your defense and then fall that far back on offense. I ain't trying to hear nothing about Ryan Flores be my number 2 next year because how they love to try to pit up and coming guys up on the roster.
Ooh,
so I need not ever hear nothing like that, man. Pay George Pickens; he's earned every dollar. You can have one of the best tandems in the National Football League. He sells jerseys. He's box office. He's offense. So do what you know to do, Jerry. Pay offense. You always been a motherfucker to pay offense, man.
Facts.
I just need you to add, doing right by defense in your bag. You got the you got the do right by offense bag down pat. Right. I need you to do right by defense now. That's my final word, man. I ain't got much to say.
We out.
Hey, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.